I don't think he does that anymore, but when I first met him, he did, you know, it's all over the internet. You could just Google it. Like, he would wear, like, little girls, like, dresses and wearing my shirts and stuff. So, you know, he didn't really know labels like that. Like, it was completely different. Now, he wouldn't wear that stuff, but, you know, let me fix that up. Because what I said is, like, he started, you know, just shopping straight up from women's section, kids sections, and, you know, when I met him, I told him, it's cool, like, you like that style, but, you know, I will make it so that, you know, it could be from a different department, and I could just sew it. Maybe you want, like, the different cut, you know, but I just don't think that you should be wearing, like, an H&M little girl's dress. So me and him, like, you know, just worked on it, because he wanted to look like that, and I wanted to look like something else. So the way he dresses now is like our combination, you know what I mean? So it's different, but it's not ratchet anymore. Like, he looks dope now.
Okay. So you mentioned when you first met him, that's kind of what he was putting together himself, or whoever he was working with prior to meeting you, he was putting those type of fashions together. Did he explain to you, like, what was his current style preference and kind of what vision that he had for himself as far as fashion goes?
Yeah, I think for him it was more about fits. Like, it's not like he just wanted dresses and stuff. It's like he's really skinny and he's really tall. So, you know, and he's like a men's 28. Like, it's really hard to find him jeans. So he just likes the women fit better. Because it's tighter. You know, he likes his jeans to be really skinny. And because his jeans are really skinny, he likes to wear really long shirts. And right now, long shirts for men just came in style. They wasn't in style before. So, you know, he would just wear a dress, try to make it like a men's shirt. So it's like he had like his own specific style, but he just wasn't doing it right. So I basically just came in and kind of cleaned it up for him. So if he wants a longer shirt, I'll make him a longer shirt. You know what I mean? I won't go get a fucking dress to try to make it look like a long shirt. That's kind of just what I did for him. But, you know, people just took it out of context, or maybe I explained it wrong. But, you know, they were trying to make him look like a creeper, like, you know, buying little kid stuff, and like the stylist said this. Like, no, it wasn't like that.
Okay. Do you think for him wearing things like that, or the things that he have been seen in, like the dresses or the leggings and stuff like that, do you think he does that just to stir up controversy, to, you know, just continue to have that buzz surrounding him and his name, or he really likes those clothes?
He really likes those clothes.
Okay.
Like, you know, maybe the colored nails and all that stuff, I think all that extra stuff is for a buzz. But when it comes down, like, you can't put him in loose clothes, like loose pants, he'll never wear it. Underneath his pants, he'll wear leggings. Like, it's just something about him that he just likes his pants to be tight. And he just likes his shirts to be long. Like, so, you know, that's why sometimes I'll put him in, like, you know, even like really like nets, really long nets atop of it, like, because he refuses to change that. He'll wear anything, but as long as it's tight in the bottom and loose around the top.
Okay. Usually the skinny guys like to look bigger. Especially when it comes to jeans, you know, pants. They usually like to look bigger. But hey, that's, you know, European. If you take the European look, their stuff are more tailored to their bodies and everything.
That's how I'll shop for him. I mostly go to like European stores and stuff because it's just an easier fit for him.
Okay.
But I think he looks good now.
I know at one point he posted a picture of him without having the gold grill in. I don't know if you saw that picture.
Yeah, he's so funny.
What was that? I mean, did he take a grill out? Was he just trying to see what he looked like without the grill?
I have no idea. Like, I couldn't even tell you. I have no idea. When it comes down to like the jewelry
Okay.
and the girls and all that, I have nothing to do. They have, their own jewelry and stuff. But I have no say or anything.
Okay.
I get involved with the clothes and maybe the hair, but that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because he definitely gave him a different look.
Yeah, I saw a picture.
I was like, wait a minute, are they going in a different direction? You know?
No. He's probably just messing around.
Okay. Yeah. Were you ever styling Rich Homie Quan when he was affiliated with Rich Gang?
Yeah, of course. I was all of them.
Okay.
Rich Homie Quan, London, Birdman.
Okay.
Jadakiss came at the end. Yeah.
So what was his style preference? In comparison to Young Thug.
It's crazy. When I first met Quan, he was like, "Joe, put me on anything, but don't dress me like Thug." Because I'm mainly known for dressing Thug just because he's so controversial in his fashion. And everybody just looks at me like, oh, that's the girl that freaking puts all this stuff on him. So, when I first met him, he's like, please do not give me none of those clothes. And I was like, okay, cool. So he's way more simple. He likes his jeans to be bigger. He doesn't like all that really and he's as skinny as Thug, but he just doesn't like that look. But, towards the end, I did their last video together, and he wanted everything like Thug.
Wow.
So, I don't know what it was, but he started dressing like that again, with the tighter pants. I remember I would bring, for the last set, it's like I would bring 3 outfits for him, 3 outfits for Thug, separated, because, they'd be completely different. And one of the times he was like, why'd you bring Thug that? I want that or whatever. And I told him, I was like, I thought you don't want that stuff. He's like, I like it now. So, by the last shoot, they were mixing, matching, all their clothes. Right. It was dressing very, very similar.
Who else? I mean, you say you work with pretty much everybody that's down with the Rich Gang. And
the whole Rich Gang. I was their stylist.
Okay, all right. Birdman, you style Birdman as well? Because he usually seems like except in some videos, he may get a little jazzy with it, but usually it's normally just jeans and sweatshirts, it seems like. With
he's not, it's so hard to convince him to change, what he wants and stuff, but he's a huge fan of Versace. When I tell you that 90% of his closet is Versace, anything that comes out, he needs to have it. So with him, it was easier. I just always made sure that I got it before even it was out. So I would just put him on all the Versace. He liked Givenchy. And for shoes, this man has every shoe created. He might not wear them, but he has every shoe ever made by Margiela, Buscemi, and he won't even get just one pair. He'll get the same pair, the same model, and he'll get 4 pairs of it and never wear one of them. He'll put one in each house. He'll put one in LA, one in Atlanta, one in Miami. So when he travels, he has the same closet everywhere. He doesn't ever have to pack. But I had to force them, when we go on shoots, all he wants to wear is his sweatpants. His Rich Gang sweatpants. So I was always just yelling at him, no, you need to wear your new shoes that I got you. But he's really easy.
What rapper do you think, they don't have to be affiliated with Rich Gang or someone that you work with, what rapper do you think just has the most or the best style to you or is stylish that's in the game now?
Who do I like?
And you don't have to be biased and just pick somebody you style.
I love Kanye.
Okay.
Of course. Of course, but I really look up to Kanye's fashion. I think he's an amazing artist.
Okay. Because he's not really over the board with it. He's really simple when it comes
and that's how I am. It's crazy, but people think that I be doing the most with dressing. Look at me, I'm wearing all white. I'm super simple. It's all whites, blacks, maybe a little bit of color. I don't like that whole matching everything, pink here, pink there. No. I'm super simple. So somebody like him is exactly how I would dress, basically.
Okay. All right. Do you style women as well?
I don't, but I started actually yesterday, my first client.
Okay, congratulations to that.
You know, I don't really get along too well with women, you know, and especially also like I'm a tomboy. So for me being like, I wear a bunch of guy stuff. Like I'm always in fitted hats, sneakers and stuff. So to me it was always easier just dress men because I would wear men's clothes all day. So, but lately, you know, I thought about it, like I definitely need to expand. A lot of girls always ask me like, can you please dress us? But, you know, it's just different. It's more complicated with girls, you know what I mean? They're so picky and, you know, one second they like it, one second they don't, and it's just a headache. That's why I just haven't even, like, tried dealing with it. But yesterday, I worked with Bambi from Love and Hip Hop. She had, Rashida had her grand opening, and I went with her, I dressed her, and she loved it. We had great feedback from our outfit. So, you know, a lot of people, definitely a lot of girls are like, you know, into it. They want me to help them and stuff. I don't know how far I'm gonna expand with it, but you know, I already started. You know, yesterday was a big start.
Right.
So what's the rumor?
Well, that you were dating Birdman, because they was wondering at one point, who were you? You know, people would see pictures of you with them, and you know, people just curious about who is this chick.
Yeah. But you know, at the same time, you know, it made rumors that I was dating Thug. Right. You know what I mean? And it's because we were more of like a family, a rich gang. You know what I mean? It's like we were with each other all day. I would go to the studio with them and would sit down, and you know, B.O.B. he does the videos. You know, like everybody had their own thing, and we were always together thinking about, what are we gonna do next? Because you know, we started with Rich Gang, and it was like literally when it was just starting. Like imagine how much we went through in 1 year to get it where it is now. Right. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like there was somebody in charge. It's like we all worked together. So yeah, we would do everything together. You know, we'd be in the studio together. We'll do the shoots together, and then you know we'll go to the hostings, the shows. We were more of like a family. So people, you know, were like, of course, like, oh, you know, why is she with them? You go work and you should leave. But you know, people just didn't understand, you know, how we worked. Right. So I definitely don't date them. Don't date Birdman. I'm single. I don't date anybody. Like I am good. Trust me. Like I'm around
enough guys to know.
Exactly. They ain't shit. I'm around rappers so much that I'm like, I would never want to deal with them. Like it's already a headache working with them. Like I can't imagine dating them. Like no, definitely not.
Okay. So what inspired? Well, one question I did want to ask: How did you start working with them, with Rich Gang? Like, how did you get in that crew?
In that crew, because for fun, I started working at this clothing store called Moda 404. Okay. And you know, I used to do law in school and politics, and I hated it, but my parents made me do it. So I'm like, okay, you know, I'll do it on the side. So in the weekends, I would work at this clothing store, and it's a men's clothing store.
Is it still running around the corner?
Yeah. And you know, a bunch of celebrities go and shop in there, and you know, Pee Wee Roscoe, he's Young Thug's manager. He walked in the store one day and was like, "Yo, you're so dope! Like, I love how you dress." He's like, "Be Young Thug's new stylist," and I'm like, "I'm not a stylist. Like, I just work here, and you know, I make clothes." And he was like, "No, well, you're gonna become a stylist today." And he was like, "Put 3 fits together, here's the money, you come in and you're styling Thug." I didn't even know who Thug was, honestly. So they gave me the sizes, I just put outfits together, I show up, you know, I style him up for his first shoot, and you know, that's where I met Birdman. And you know, I showed Birdman, like, you know, Birdman saw my work, and he was like, "Wow, you're awesome." Like, he's like, "I want you to style me too." Okay. And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." So he's like, "Tomorrow, you're styling both of us for Complex magazine." Okay. And so, you know, I showed up to Complex magazine the next day.
That's huge for your first time. Yeah.
Girl, let me tell you about that one time.
I know you was nervous.
No, listen, I get there, I was nervous. So, you know, I had texted Thug, especially, you know, Versace pieces, you know, Margielas, like, I was like, listen, I don't have enough money to get you 10 outfits. Like, you need 3, I can bring you 3. Do you like these pieces? He's like, yeah, that's cool. Okay. So I get to the shoot, you know, put everything together. They walk in, Thug sees all the clothes, and he's like, I ain't wearing none of that shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, Thug, I showed you what this was. He's like, no, we have to cancel the shoot because I don't want to wear none of this shit. Someone go get me more clothes for the mall. And I'm just like, I couldn't believe that shit. I was like, really? He was making a scene. So honestly, my life was, you know, school. Like, I had other shit going on. I was doing this because it was fun. Like, it was my passion. But at the end of the day, I didn't have to be there. I didn't have to beg him, you know, to put nothing on, like, nothing. So he was rude. And I was like, listen, bro, you said yes. Here's the shit. If you want to put it on, put it on. If not, I'll pick it up and leave. Like, it's not that big of a deal. You know, he looked at me and went and put on the clothes. He put on the clothes. We did the shoot. You know, after the shoot, he was like, you know, you're right. Like, I'm glad I trusted you and I put on those clothes. I just would have never picked them myself.
Right.
And after that, they're like, you're with us. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I just ended up telling everybody. And we were one big happy family for a little while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is yeah, so they're not a big happy family. I mean, they're happy with just, you know, everybody's happy separately. I mean, does that affect just what you do, you know? No. As far as the styling goes, just kind of like, you don't really know what's what, and
it did at first. You know, I don't know what it's like when 2 of my clients get in a fight. Like, you know, one of them is mad because I'm working with the other one. Like, it's just, it puts me in a really bad place. You know what I mean? And then one of them will want to work with me because I'm working with the other one. So, you know, it was very dramatic and I hated it. But it was what it was. Like, there was no way that it, like, everything fell apart and it was what it was. So everybody went their own way. And